What's up? What's up? So I record a lot on my phone, but I thought I'd do this on YouTube. My phone is just so in the future when famous people can kind of look at it documentary-wise. But anyways, I've been feeling something really strong, and I wanted to share it on here too. So I took a nap. I woke up from the nap. I just felt an overwhelming gloominess, and I know it's connected to some of these murders and really the lack of knowledge on who this is coming from and the sadness of the delusion of media, and the delusion of news being based in truth because they don't even quote their source. They don't have to because they don't have a standard. So we have to see that change. But anyways, what I was really feeling was this sense of violence just flowing through the air. I've been really irritated. The sense of violence, I see it floating on the clouds. It scares me because I think a whole lot more shootings are going to happen very, very soon. Like a lot. I could be completely wrong. I may not. And it's not much of a prophecy, just predict things to continue what have already happened. But the looks of it, maybe some really crazy violent shit is about to start breaking out around the earth. That's kind of scary for this realm, and it's scary because through it, the powers will be taken away from people and contrived to a very focused group of people in government, and then they'll have the power over everything. And that's the last thing they'll do. But they've written the laws that they can do that. They've written into law that they're allowed to seize power in an emergency because they dictate that they know what the hell they're doing. And obviously they don't. The reason we have success is because the hard work of people has very little to do with this shit government. So, liberty for all, peace. This world, though, is just so painful, and debt is everywhere. I think that we need a world that allows people to live on the minimum, which is just cleanliness being the number one priority, cleanliness of air, food, toiletry, water, bathroom flow, and then protection from elements, and then food. That's really the essence, the beginning essence of life. And then when we work together to create perpetual energy. It's really bright. Let me turn this down some. That will enable some great stuff going on. But there's this looming sense of eeriness and bad about to happen. It intimidates me. I feel it. I feel it flowing, going somewhere. I'm not sure where it's going. It's going to destroy, and people are going to give away their powers because of it. They're going to give away their authority to a dictatorship instead of wanting to empower each other to stand up and ask for the truth and what's really going on. There's that story, something happens once, a coincidence, maybe twice. It's like, well, that's really wild. When things happen multiple times in a row. Either it's a demon of society, like going crazy, which is real, or it's an agenda. The conspiracy, no, not conspiracy. Conspiracy is just factual. It's factual that power lies. People in power lie. They can call them a government, they're just people. They're just people. The government wants it so that you cannot question it. Well, people in power want it so you can't question their media, what they put out. I heard that a man in New Zealand was imprisoned for sharing the video of what that killer did. Like, he was in prison for 20 years for sharing a link. And people don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see reality. They want to hide from it. And that's so disturbing. It's so sad that we have such stupid motherfucking politicians in government. Look at England. They'll take all the working class money and they'll give it to people that just move in there. And they're destroying, and they're giving power to religious, destructive people over their own people. Like, who the fuck? You know what it is? It's people buying votes. And then allowing people to vote that's not even part of their structure, not even part of society. They're not even paying taxes. Why would they have the right to vote? They're not even part of the society. They don't even contribute through life, through sacrifice. I don't really give a fuck about borders, but I do care about if there's a structure and a group of people, and they're the ones that are dictating it. If you want to join a group, then be a part of it. Join it. I just know there's so much deception, and media is the direct source of deception. And it needs to be exposed. The deceiving spirits. And from now on, man, when I become chief, every person will source their knowledge. Who said it, where it came from. Maybe very few choices where you don't. Maybe if somebody's really in danger in a country, then you wouldn't. And that's not America. I don't buy that bullshit. They're in danger in another country. Why the fuck are they in another country? Oh, they're saving us. From what? Where are they saving us from? They actually did save us and publish it. Write a story about it. Goddamn. What bothers me is that people believe the best in corruption, and they don't understand how evil people can be. They don't understand what people will do for power. That saddens me. The reality is because, like in the Midwest, places like that, there's just so many good people. They don't really do that there. They don't really do that there. You go to more congregated, less godly places, godly being defined by those who love each other, not by religion. Godly is goodly, evil is devil. They're synonyms, or they're connected. So we just gotta cut the root off of evil. I still can't get rid of the spirit inside of me. Most people who say it's fake. I would too, actually. Doesn't matter. So I don't know. I'll never see the shit that happens here in a little bit. And I have so many ideas, and I feel so stuck. Financially, I've run out of finances. I have a couple $100 left. I have a lot of medical products for sale, but people just don't know about it. They don't know how good they are. So, and I don't know, there's just this lingering spirit of chaos that I feel filling the hearts of man. And they're going to give their power away to people that will then use their power to destroy. Start randomly picking Americans up and putting them in prison just based upon slander. The rights of people will be done away with in a military era, and all it takes is somebody just to be creative. Because we still elect people to lead us. We still elect people to have power over us. Lead us is a good thing, but have power over us, it's not good. It's because we don't really have the right to Congress. We don't have the right to change laws. We have to vote in a very selected few other people and waiting for them to do it. And then we just have really bad teachers that teach people that's okay to steal from others in order to better yourself. The only time to do that is someone is making slaves or has manipulated a source that only they can access. And that's called a monopoly, and that should not be allowed. Besides that, people think they need a lot of money. What they need is not having debt. I read this post. People can get $200,000 debt for schooling when they get out of high school, but they're not allowed to get a $20,000 loan for starting a business. What the fuck's wrong with society? Why are we giving loans out to anybody? Why is the government doing any of this stuff? They're not our parents. They're not even responsible. There's no responsibility in government. That's what people have to see. And they have to agree with that because it's true. If they don't agree with it, it's because they have a delusional idea of what can be achieved and because they've never read a history book. They have a delusion of what the source of government is or what government can be. And so I need to shatter the delusion. But how do I help people see when it's just a reality all around them? I guess I need to expose them to light, something better. Because they believe the most stupid shit, It's like believing someone's not going to abuse you when they abuse you every day. Your beliefs are based in reality. They're based in a false hope. I really want to wake up. I really want to be in the spotlight. I really want to start changing this world. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. It's not. I'm just going to get people together and we're going to work on science. We're going to work on technology. We're going to get people together and just open source wisdom. Open source wisdom. Nobody has the right to knowledge. And I don't think people are going to understand me. That's because everyone's living for themselves. Because everyone's in debt because they have to live for themselves. Because the bank institution. The greatest qualm in the world is the bank institution. And pollution. Those two things. And demons. Demons, pollution, and bank. Corrupt currency that enslaves people. You change that and start a new world. And everything else will dwindle because you don't need violent governments. We just need governments that are attempting to promote health. Health is safety. Even health of the darkest soul around you. Because then maybe you can change them. Ultimately, perfectly, optimally, we need power to kill darkness, power to end its control over us. I'm scared for this world. The demon realm is so powerful, it's so strong, and it's all destroying. I think that a lot of evil right now is from the Democrat Party, and I'm not Democrat, Republican, if you fuck about that, because neither of them are really what they say they are. I don't think people right now understand like the darkness that is behind some of these parties. Obviously, the Republican Party, both of them love military spending, and there's people in it. There's something going on with the push, and I think a lot of it's coming from the Democrats really trying to seize power. All it is about a power grab. They're willing to murder their own people. I mean, just like look at George W. Bush and Cheney. Those guys were willing to throw our country in the greatest decline of wealth so that they could invade another country for the illusion of gold, just like how producing weapons and everything for World War II ended the famine. Oh, and then people would be like, oh, it did. Why? Because you're taught it? Where did that money go? Yeah, it pumped money back in. But why did money stop flowing in the first place? The bank system, man. Why are you guys so stupid? Why are you guys so stupid? Why don't you actually look at what the cause is? What is the cause of the virus? What is the virus? Instead of just yelling at people for having a virus, judging them for having a virus. They're just a body. With a lack of wisdom, a lack of compassion, a lack of knowledge. I would like the power to enter my hand like a weapon. And just put out there the truth, the fruit of truth. I want to really enact the First Amendment of America, which is the freedom of speech. Not the freedom to hate and destroy. That's very different. I really want to enact that. I really want to oppose everyone who stands against it. I want to oppose everyone who stands against freedom of speech and freedom of ideas, especially if they oppose with violence. They back their ideas up as just being ridiculously violent. You bring an idea up, they become violent. You say a word, they become violent. They justify their violence. We live in a world that justifies being offended through violence. And that has to stop. We have to hold violence accountable. We have to hold the offended spirit accountable for what it's causing. That man in New Zealand not being able to share a live stream of something that happened, but in prison because he shared speech, he shared insight, he shared knowledge, and he was judged for it. That's destructive. When people are being judged for what governments do, I'm going to begin to hold media accountable. That's going to be a really big push of mine. Because behind it all is just a very small group of people that are very corrupted. Their spirits are very corrupt. And they really just want more power and money. Understandably, I think everyone kind of wants that. And so I don't judge them for wanting power. I don't judge them for wanting money. I'm judging their intention to destroy others to obtain it. As a speaker, I want to not use filler words. I want to be able to communicate without going, Instead, I hope people just take a break. You don't need to fill the space with sound. I really want to help sound. Sound is powerful, and it's so muddled. You watch a sports game, and the commentators don't shut up. They just talk the whole time. What if we were at a movie and someone just talked to you the whole time in your ear? That'd be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? It's just what becomes a standard is repeated because media follows what worked once and continues to do it until people are tortured. Oh, this song, this beat worked. Let's keep pumping this same beat out. How can a musician, a true musician, someone who I would call musically inclined, create a beat or synthesize like some flowing, and all it is the same the whole time? That's not talent. That's not music. That's really very limited. I want to see media begin to engage talented music. I saw Hobbs and Shaw movie. There's a really good part in the movie I think I want to see about how corrupt people in media really broadcast what the sheep and the fish see and hear. Besides that, there's so much I really loathe in screening is like every 3 seconds another cut scene. Douche, 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 douche. There's no congruence, no flow to it. Really lack of talent in filming. And it can be a type of film. I think at times like we're trying to do like an action scene. I get it, but I think it shows a lack of ability to actually set up a scene. In the end, it's just more work. And it doesn't look good. And they look so much to how much money they make to define it as a success. Instead of trying to be better. I don't believe in modern scrutinizing because scrutinizing usually means to destroy, to speak negatively, to just harm it. It's hard not to speak on things that just cause annoyances. And I think when you become intellectual, more spiritually minded, you crave depth, you crave meaning, growth. You want music to expand, you want sound to expand. My body's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. I'm really trying to stay away from sugars. Though cherry season is here, and my God, I like cherries, but I'm not doing fruit juices. And I'm not doing any other fruit besides cherries because that's my favorite. They're so good. Really, we're taking a lot of different pills, things. I'm feeling more energy. Caprylic acid. Some other stuff. DHEA. Gotta be careful because it's really strong. I just take half a capsule, pour it in the mouth. Don't watch your heart, guard your heart, for it's the muscle that determines everything. You know, I have my crazily satanic friend Matt, who I love. There's so much good in him, but man, is he a source of death as well. But I love him a lot. He has gout, but he won't stop drinking and he won't stop eating bad foods. That would help decrease the gout. He's a slave, yeah. We're all slaves. I'm no slave. I have God. Bitch, you got demons. You don't even know it. Ain't nobody here not have spirits. I mean, everything. Because we don't see it. I've been so powerless for so long. Yet I've been seeing for a long time as well. And I don't see like, it's like seeing If someone was almost blind but could still see shapes and images and how they flow, that's my definition of me seeing. Very limited, but I feel it. I sense it. I can sense people. I can sense the spirit realm so strong, especially around Matt. Like I can just feel his violence coming. It rained tonight. That's good. Father in heaven and me or whoever. I'm praying that I'd begin to be reborn and come alive. The light of heaven would shine upon my spirit, that I'd be free, so that I could begin to lead people out of darkness into salvation, and that we could bring a transformation of heaven to earth. And I think to people that have never had an experience at all with heaven, they think that is the craziest prayer ever. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't even exist. It's talking about aliens. I know, my neighbors. You guys don't realize it's really out there, and you're so angrily offended, and you justify your abusive nature. It's not very nice. Don't justify being abusive. And yet we have media that follows regulations of government. Governments are just people. No one should be a slave to another person. It's just nonsense. There's no such thing as a government. They're just people. No, there can be at times like a ruling together on some things, and that can be understood at least for past time. But the new time coming, knowledge and spirituality is going to flow so much that people are just going to obey truth. It's going to be overwhelmingly powerful. And will not oppose their brother, but they'll help their brother. And then I want to say something, but it's very anti-Christy. I want to say it anyways. I know that the power of the world will be given to me. Pretty crazy to say in this time and age, as nobody knows me. I barely know myself. I'm just sitting here to think that maybe, unless I'm completely delusional, which I think is not true, there'd be a time where these videos will have like 1 billion views. That's pretty wild. So click subscribe, look at my wiener, look at my eyes. I want to encourage all media sources, well, not just to focus on truth, like just for the essence of it, for the value of what it brings you, or value what it brings your company, to be known that you want truth, because the effects of truth are life. That you wouldn't want to promote destructive lies. That'd be your goal. And I do think it's the goal of many people, but some people have so much bitterness, and they direct their bitterness not to those who caused it, but to politics or whatever. Here to everyone, direct your bitterness to very specific situations, not to broad ideas. Be specific with how you feel. And so the prophecy I've gotten many times, the words, the powers of the world will be given to me, but all of them also be evolving in light and color. And that's pretty crazy. But I'm pretty past being alive. I've been done with this earth for a while. I've been very close to death umpteenth times, which means 30 times probably. That's how it felt, at least. And probably felt that way because it was pretty fucking close. No, I'm on the up. I'm on the up. I'm on the uppity. What if I'm wrong and someday I just die, and then people look at this video and think, man, that motherfucker was crazy. Oh well. Oh well. So what? We hold on to life here like it really matters, and it doesn't. We're all slaves to time and to working for institutions because our currency has no value. We're using pollution. You know, Babylon, the story of Babylon, whatever extent it's real, not, But the story and the lesson to be learned is that division came at that point and divided everyone, and that division is still flowing. Instead of people working together to build, we're all divided. Lungs are corrupted, though better than they have been. I was around my stupid ass friends that cannot stop vaping. It doesn't matter what the fuck I say to people, like, please don't do that around me. When people are really addicted to something, they don't care, they don't really know. At least it's not cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke's not that, man, cigarette smoke 20 times worse. And they bought me food. I've been eating a little bit of meat. That's interesting. Maybe even a lot recently. I did it because I needed to. I needed to experiment. I was never against eating meat. I was against the torture of animals, that the life that a lot of them live. And I think we need to value their life because they're giving their life for us to eat. And if we poison them, we're going to poison ourselves. If we poison our vegetables, we're going to poison our bodies. If we poison our water, we're going to poison ourselves. That's the enemy. People are all waiting for an Antichrist to arrive, one who brings stability to the earth, one who brings love and compassion. I don't think people understand. All they know is their book, which was written to destroy them and cause chaos, with a little bit of hope mixed in. A golden thread weaved through it all. So I'm inflamed, you know. That's all right. I'm gonna be all right. What I'm absolutely amazed at is I have a few females, and it tends to actually be easily. I could have way more males attracted to me, not attracted, affectionately relating to me. I don't engage the male populace like that as much because I don't feel as comfortable with it. Though there's some male affection I really like, but it tends to be with some of these men. It's perused right away as wanting to be sexual, and I guess that's how women feel, you know. But with me, it's so different because I'm compassionate. I really care about the person. To me, it's more about the touch of love. And sexuality is great, but I haven't had sex really in forever because I have a messed up wiener. I did have sex one time. No, twice actually. I don't know how truthful to be on some of these things. Oh wait, and oh world who justifies your violence, and you justify your destructive behaviors because you think you know right and wrong. In the end, you're on the wrong side of history. I mean, well, you're on the side of the villain because you're violent, unnecessarily violent. And you justify your violence because your God is a douchewad, and your God is Satan, who is the destroyer. I like my hair, it's curly. So I have a whole lot of videos on my phone. I'd like to, people can up and then do what they like with them. I have a friend, Al Ward, who I love, company man, get part in that company, that thing's the shit. I want to take a bunch of his photos and make a little collage for him. Maybe I can get someone to do that for me. And I'm definitely looking in the future for people to follow me with a little camera or something, because as I travel, I don't really want to be looking at people with cameras right in my face. I want to engage the face. And so if we can focus on just having a small group of people doing that, I think it would make relating with other humans better. Also, I've had the fear when I was younger of being in places just being overwhelmed by crowds. That's understandable, and I'll figure it out then. But I imagine it'll be something like, look, don't impede upon my space to move and walk. That's rude. Don't force questions. Don't expect me to respond to you. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. If you want to talk, we can talk, but in my current body form, I can only talk one thought at a time. It'd be better that if people just stay calm and listen. And then I'll hear what your question is anyways, because it'll be in your heart, and then I'll hear that and I'll answer it. I like questions. I just don't like interrogation. What's the difference? Interrogation has only an agenda to destroy. Pretty easy to feel it. And I'm not interested in worship or big followers or the praises of man, anything crazy like that. I am afraid of being misunderstood, especially with my family, because I have been misunderstood, and because God in heaven have not showed up even slightly, barely, in my life. And have let me out to dry and to be rejected and ashamed and look a fool. And I still look a fool right now. If someone were coming here and watch this right now, they'd be like, man, this guy's a fucking fool. And that sucks. It sucks to have a destiny and then be destroyed, because all you want to do is bring love to the people around you, and then bring chaos. It's like, fuck. I have no finances. My body does not work very well. I had a decent amount of rye whiskey and barley whiskey last night. The worst thing about alcohol is it causes limp dick, and my body does feel a little bit tired from that. It'd be an interesting world that wasn't ashamed of sex, but sex just isn't that good. Like, it's not that redeemed. I see so many. Oh, back to that saying. I have a few ladies that will relate with me, but for the most part, when I try to reach out to female populace, I just get fucking rejected. I had this one girl call me up earlier. She didn't know who I was. She saw I gave her my phone number and $1 bill or something. She seemed excited at first, and I think she figured out who I was and completely stopped responding to me. I don't get it. What have I ever done to some of these people? What do they believe about me that they do not talk to me? What do they fear about me? What kind of malice do they have in their heart against me? What is divided in them if they're not feeling correct? This happened to me a lot. I'll be reaching out to a girl and they'll just shut it all down. And their mind has to be so corrupted with what's going on. What about your mind, Chris? Is your mind corrupted? Yes, my mind's definitely corrupted. But I see enough where I can let go of emotions to choose love. I do have some dumbass friends, though, that are smart. They don't listen to what I'm trying to say because they don't really know what I'm trying to say. They only hear through their own prerogative, I guess. But continue to show up. So, I gotta say this. If you're out there and you feel alone, God damn it, I don't have anyone in my room and I haven't forever. I've never really had anyone to lay with longer than just a moment. Never really had anybody on my side that's constantly there, like right there. My mom would be the closest thing, easily. Man, is she awesome. Hardworking girl. It occurs to me that there's many of you dumbass socialists out there that want to take my mom's 70, 80-hour working weeks, and you want to take her work and make her your slave. I'm going to fucking cut your head off. You come after my mom's money, I'm going to beat your ass off. You hear me? You try to steal from me, you try to steal from my house, I'm going to end it. I'm not even violent, so we'll see what I do. But, for real, don't tempt me. You don't have a right to other people's wealth. You don't. Unless you can show me that lady who's the most loving, kind, generous person is creating wealth through the destruction of other people, then you don't have the right to it. If she's poisoning your water hole, all right. But she ain't. She's bringing love. I'm not going to accept this shit anymore. This taxation is over. The government is so responsible. And Democrats and Republicans are both just fucking retards. I mean it. If you're a Democrat, you're stupid. If you're a Republican, you're stupid. I'm not saying most of you aren't. Most of you aren't your party. You just think you are. Most of you don't want to be stolen from. Because the reality is, you look where that money goes, most of it's not even recorded. Why is it not recorded? Because they're fucking thieves. What do you expect? The system is thievery. This world is demonic. It irritates me. It irritates me to no end that you humans follow this stupid shit. You're so disempowered. You don't even know who you are. Like, stop being Republican, stop being Democrat, stop identifying as parties that destroy. Wherever country you're at, stop identifying with your religion. If your religion is harming someone else, stop doing it. Stop giving money to it. But I'll be rejected. Then fucking jack them up, man. People reject you, fine. If they come after you, fuck them up. Alright. And I'm really tired of the censorship of media. I'm tired that they're looking to be politically correct when the government itself murders people and imprisons them, and people pretend like they're heroic, but really we just enslave people in a jail system. I read of an American citizen who was imprisoned by ICE for 3 years. 3 years, and they didn't believe him that he was an American citizen. I mean, just as a person. And how much did that cost? It's so destructive. It's so stupid. You guys are just so stupid. Your laws are stupid. Your politicians are stupid. They're not even Christian. They don't even follow Christ. They follow judgment. You guys don't even know who Christ is. You guys know what death is. You know what murder is. But you don't have God in your hearts. I say it how it is, man. Hopefully people will look at their heart and be like, yeah, my heart evil as a bitch. I'm going to change. Yeah, you know what? This money that I'm forcefully giving away, this goes to enslave these people. This goes to make weapons to destroy. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to give my money to that. The American government is you. You are the American government. You can't overthrow it. It's like, when I compare it to overthrow a government. A government is just people. You overthrow those in power. You can't overthrow a government. The only way to literally topple a government would just be to blow it all up. We are the people. We are the government. We define what it is. People will come against me saying, come on, American government. I'll say it again. I am the American government, and so are you. I come against ideas. I come against thievery. I come against things that are not American, that have been perpetually put in your stupid minds, and you keep repeating it because you don't think. You all don't think. You just work for the system. Most of you just enjoy getting paid, and that's awesome. I love getting paid. Most of you work for government because they pay you to do it, and they don't really pay you necessarily to fulfill a role. You just fulfill their role. They don't pay you necessarily to do something that's helpful. They just pay you to provide a job. Well, they tax you. They take away your ability to defend yourself, and they say, you have to trust us. We'll protect you. From what? What do they protect us from? We are the government. What am I trying to say? Don't pay an institution. This is not, the institution of the IRS is not an American government. It's a dictatorship of thievery. American government is based upon generosity, upon sacrifice, and upon love. It's the American government and the American government of God. Any government built upon thievery of prosperity is a demonic government, and that will be overturned. I'm just going to define that. I'm going to define it again. We the people, ideas run everything. Bad ideas. And bad ideas need to change. If you come against me saying that I'm unpatriotic, I'm going to whoop your ass. Come against me saying I'm un-American, I'm going to crush you. I'm going to crush you. I'm going to fucking crush you. You come against me saying that stupid shit. So, violence. What is violence? You guys imprison people in isolation for years on end. Yeah, that isn't violent. You beat your children, you beat your animals. You guys eat animals that live a tortured life, and you talk about how you're non-violent. Get the fuck out of my face. Act like you care. I refuse to eat low-quality meat. Well, I don't want to. I probably am going to until it really transitions. But I don't want to. We as people need to transition to it. We need to hold the meat factories accountable for how they're treating their animals. Do we not care? What happened to compassion? You know what it is? Lack, starvation, lack of finances. We're poor. We're poor. Technology is going to lead us on. It's going to be one world which is found in love and truth. I have no enemy. No person is my enemy. The enemy to me is obviously the spirit realm of Satan, which you guys are probably like, he's crazy, but whatever. It's what rules and causes evil. The spirit realm of Satan and bad ideas. I don't oppose any person, and I forgive everybody. And I have no desire to instill violence. I have a desire to be violent against bad ideas, to violently overthrow them if need be. Peacefully is cool. I don't give a damn. Time's short, and people are being tortured, and I'm tired of it. Yeah. We have people with guns holding other people captive, saying that you cannot come in here because we are the government. Motherfucker, I am the government. You don't have a right to enslave someone else. So we're going to have to figure out how to work with mass population movement. We need to use our brain, create solutions instead of problems, and I got to take a shit. So, fuck you guys, whoever judges me, fuck you. And love the rest of you. Fuck y'all later. Motherfucker, niggas, shit, bitches. Freedom of speech is the most important speech. When this gets flagged, I say, fuck you. I say, YouTube, you want freedom of speech? You want a revolution? You want to stop paying taxes? Keep showing me. Don't bow to any government. What are they going to do? Come at you with guns? They'll show who they are. And then what are we going to do? We're going to talk to those citizens. We're going to overthrow. If people come against violence, the freedom of speech, we will come against them violently as well. If the government wants to stop being violent, they need to put down their guns. And I'm not even for violence. I'm just not going to sit by when other people are going to attack you. And that's what governments want. They want you to be powerless. They want you to be their slave. And I don't even like violence. I don't know. Maybe I don't even mean that. Is it right to be violent to create peace? I don't know. Sometimes that's what it took to get freedom. So I think if there were to be violence, it would be very direct and not desire to kill. We have cops that are trained to shoot people and kill them. They're not even a threat. And then torture people. And then we have people that worship cops because they're stupid. Worship, if it's a good person, worship people. But there's so many evil government officials, so many evil police officers. God damn it. If I could take a shit and record it, I would. And that would be my definition of how destructive all y'all be.